This episode of the ETO Podcast is brought to you by Prism Deals, a PMG company. Prism Deals, smart marketing beyond sales. What's up, everybody? Welcome to another edition of the ETO Podcast. I am Joe Rodriguez, coming to you from Bristol, Connecticut. Joined as always by the guys, the fellas, el Super Mojado. Y también estoy con Iván Toribio. Fellas, ¿cómo están?
Good, man. What's up? How you doing?
Iván, ¿qué onda?
Aquí nomás, yo saludos a todos.
A toda la ganga, ¿no?
Yeah.
So, we're gonna get kickstarted hoy. Ya se me olvidó cómo hablar. por el nombre de burlón. We're gonna kick things off right now with the FIFA tournament update. So obviously, as you guys know, we have the FIFA 20 e-Liga MX and MLS PS4 tournament happening as we speak. Round of 16 is underway. So I want to talk about the tournament porque it's been pretty cool, man. Let's dive right into it. Tell me, what has been the biggest surprise for you so far?
What has been the biggest surprise? That it's running pretty smooth communication as well, and I like the tournament play is actually pretty even. A couple of players have gotten blown out, but I like the way it's running. It's running smooth. It's fun, and it keeps our mind off of everything that's going on around the world.
Super.
Sí, güey, han habido muchas masacres ahí. Demasiadas masacres. So we can already tell that, once the first round goes, passes on, we're going to get better. So gotta be watching better games.
Yeah.
Right now, I don't know.
Yeah, I think the gamers are starting right now in the round of 16. Like I said, I got my money on the defending champion. That's probably the only way Cruz Azul is going to win a title anytime soon. So hang your hopes on them.
That's actually funny.
No te pases. Actually, I thought the opposite. I think he's screwed now. Now that he's a defending champion, but no, he's gonna la va a Cruz Azulear el güey.
No, watch. He's gonna make Cruz Azul look good. If you're ever in LA, I'll bet you some tacos on that.
Ya dijiste.
Otra vez con los tacos, güey. Siempre echa los tacos ahí. I told you, man, I can't just go out and get tacos now. It's not like you.
Man. Se la pasa solamente apostando puros tacos. That's all he wants. That's all he wants you to think about, Super. He thinks that the tacos out here in Bristol are no good. That's why he's always flaunting those LA tacos.
Yeah,
I know. Luego con los piedrazos, los tacos, las carnitas. And I'm like, come on, man, I can't just go out to the street and get over here in Connecticut tacos at midnight.
Exactly.
Sorry, that's one of the beauties of living here in LA. La comida está super rica.
Oh, shit.
That's what they say, right? Anyway, Ivan, so you talked about Gustavo. He's the defending champ, and he had a pretty decent draw. He came out victorious yesterday. But who is the dark horse right now from what you've seen in the tournament so far? What do you like?
Who is a dark horse from the games I've seen? Forget the player name. He plays with Tijuana. He moves the ball pretty good. He uses his forwards exceptionally well. His passing is very accurate. And I forgot the player's name. He's using, I believe, Portland. Though okay. I've seen both of those players, and their middle play with their players is exceptionally well. And when they have the ball, they have possession, and their dribbling skills are exceptionally well. Even if it's for a game, it's exceptionally well. You can tell they play FIFA often.
Yeah, there's a lot of guys there that for sure play FIFA often. And actually, right now, I'm going to try to see if we can get some footage showing right now. As we take a look at the matchup between LAFC and NY City FC, we're showing a little bit of footage, a little bit of B-roll of that game. Ivan, so it was a tough game for the team from New York City, man.
Ooh, yeah.
Not a whole lot right there, right? But again, it's tough, man. It's tough because a lot of these guys, some of them play more than others, and others obviously play, just once in a while. Pregúntale al Super Mojado. Super, how often do you find yourself playing, dude?
Hey, I haven't played much in 10, 15 years, man. Maybe a couple times. Like I'm stuck with the I was telling you guys off camera, I was stuck with the Konami soccer. That's the one I used to play more than FIFA. PES Pro Evolution Soccer. That was my game. But they still have it, but like I said, I haven't played much. I don't even have a PlayStation 4. last one I bought was the PS2.
Oh man.
Damn,
well, you could have had one right now, but you lost that opportunity.
I could have.
You know what? And it's a pretty evenly matched tournament. Like, you can't say that teams have a huge advantage because I think the rankings, MLS and Liga MX, FIFA has them ranked they're ranked from like 75, number one with Tigres.
Yeah.
So I think the lowest seed is like a 69 or a 70. So there isn't much of a difference. So I guess experience between like your gaming skills is going to come into hand with this a lot.
It's true. I mean, go ahead.
No, what I noticed? What I noticed is that the defensive, right now in the early stage, obviously, because not many players, not all of the guys play all the time. Their biggest weakness is the defensive. That's why we having a lot of goals in this first round because people don't know how to play like defense, including myself.
Oh. Man, and then I feel bad for one of our colleagues, Gio. He lost 10-1. Santa Maria Madre de Dios.
Yeah, dude. If you don't know how to play, man, I just recommend don't even bother, dude. That's what I.
Don't.
Wait. Hey, you can't discriminate, man. Let the people play. Come on.
No, I mean you're free to play, but man, you're gonna get everything that comes with it.
That's true. At the end of the day, that's what's gonna happen, right?
Estas son unas palabras sabias. Echando a perder se aprende. So, hey, let the people learn from big losses.
Eso sí. Super. We can start by you getting a PlayStation 4.
Right?
Or
Yeah, I will. Soon enough. Next tournament.
No, get it now so you could be ready for the next tournament.
He wants to be tournament ready. But
no, you know what happens once my brother gets a PS5 because he's a player, so he buys the console right away. I'll take his PS4 one.
Then you'll be ready, huh?
Anyways, well, we still have a lot of tournament action left. As I mentioned, the round of 16 currently underway right now. The bracket looks pretty good. There's a couple of pretty decent players out there. So I think, as we discovered last time, the more further we get into the tournament, the more opportunities we're going to be able to have to see some really, really nice talent. So keep watching, keep tuning in. Also visit the website, www.eltrionline.com/FIFA20. And then the other thing also is, just click on the bracket. You can check out all the games. You can check out all the scores, so you can keep up to date with the actual tournament. Saludos a Gerardo Fisher, nuestro compadre, always tuning in. Saludos a Iván García también, one of the twins. Y saludos a Benja watching on Twitch. So people watching on all the platforms, on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, and even on Twitch. So All right, guys. Lots of things to talk about today. Super big major news coming out of Major League Soccer today. Out of LA specifically, it says it appears as though Jonathan Dos Santos is not going to be playing in the MLS tournament. And something happened with CH14. A ver, ¿qué le pasó al canijo?
They play a friendly match. I think it was the LA Galaxy's back or something like that. I forgot what the name of it was. So they play against the LA Galaxy 2. So it was like a scrimmage game, and Chicharito salió ahí con un golpe. He got a hit on the knee. I think it was the left knee. I don't remember, but yeah. But after the game, Esqueloto had said that it was not a big deal. That it was just el golpe. So let's hope that he's not badly hurt and that he can come back to the team and play that tournament without issues.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting because they have how many weeks? Like 3 weeks left, right before the start of the tournament.
Yeah.
And we all know that there's a lot of players out there that are actually concerned about COVID-19. 6 Dallas players ended up testing positive, if I'm not mistaken. And there's been just a couple of players that have come out and complained about various things. One other thing that I wanted to bring up really quick as we switch gears, did you guys get a chance to see the tweet from Omar Gonzalez from Toronto FC talking about the food or criticizing the food out there at the Disney Resort or wherever they're staying at?
Actually, I did.
Are you sure it wasn't Ivan?
No. Hey, anytime it's free food, man, I'm all for it. As long as they give me some carne.
Yeah, come on, man. How you gonna complain about the food? I mean,
some people.
I don't know. Mucha gente no tiene de comer en su mesa, man, and you complain about the food. It's like,
yeah, and it's just they have to adjust. It's just during these times because of COVID, the players have to adjust to whatever the league and Disney World can provide out there.
Yeah, I mean, it was crazy though because they were talking about the cost too. Though I think it was like a $60 sandwich, so they were not too happy about.
What?
A $60 sandwich,
60?
dude. 60. Yes,
$60 sandwich. What the hell is he? What the hell is he eating? And wait a minute, why are they charging them for food?
Well, I don't.
Did he go out?
That's the thing, though. Like, I don't know who is paying for all that stuff. You know what I mean? So,
yeah.
But that's kind of like the situation over there. I'm actually gonna look for the tweet right now, so that way we can, so I can show you guys what he tweeted, and I'm gonna show it to the folks out there because it was funny, when you see the actual bag. I mean, all of us know that at the end of the day, hotels charge you an arm and a leg, right? We all know that.
Yeah.
Hotels are gonna charge you, an arm and a leg, for food. But at the end of the day, dude, it's like, when do you say enough is enough, right? Like, when do you say, like, damn, man, cut us a break?
Yeah, but what I don't understand is, like, I know that every team provides them with their meals. So how is this now that he has to go out and buy his own meal? How does that work? I thought they all eat together because they watch what they eat. I don't know.
Yeah, that was my understanding too. I thought that the team provides meals. I know that they can't take their own personal chefs, but they're being provided with all their amenities to accommodate them as much as possible. But $60 for a sandwich, that's pretty price to pay for a sandwich.
Hold on, I think I found the actual.
¿Qué le echaron a sandwich, güey? was he eating like gator sandwich or something?
No,
right, so here's the tweet. We see the tweet over in the screen right now. And he tweeted basically yum, #yum. Yum, #MLS is back. And that he's got he normally doesn't get a lot of tweets or retweets. That thing ended up getting 1.5K, so 1,500 retweets, 500 comments, 2.7K likes. Omar Gonzalez doesn't get a lot of traction when it comes to his social media. I mean, as you look at some of the stuff that he retweets, I mean, he averages very little as far as retweets and like, but that specific tweet ended up getting a lot. And there's the sandwich right there. Basically, it's like a little piece of salad or potato salad, it looks like. It's like a roast beef sandwich maybe and a banana. And then there's the menu that the MLS is providing right there. According to that, it says breakfast options $45 all inclusive, lunch $65, dinner $75, and that's for in-room dining experiences. So, I mean, again,
what the?
Let me see that.
That's what he tweeted about, and obviously, like a lot of people are not happy that he ended up bringing that up. But the reality is that, you know, we're living in really, really tough situations, tough times. So what are people supposed to do, right? Like, keep complaining?
Yeah.
But now...
Maybe he was joking about it.
But now my question is, because he posted this, right? He posted a picture, and now that sheet that he posted, I wonder if he's gonna get in trouble for that. Well, because I don't know if he had to sign any type of agreement that they can't. Why are they posting that? You know, what would they be posting? What will he be posting? I don't know if he's gonna get in trouble for that. I mean, that is ridiculous. That is ridiculous. That sandwich is like prisoners. I think the prisoners that, you know, a jail get better sandwiches than that.
Yeah. So looking at it here, not a professional athlete by any means, but that looks like one of those complimentary meals that you get at most places when you have events. And, you know, you have options of different, like turkey, or you want ham, or what have you. I don't know, but then I look at the prices, $45 for all-inclusive breakfast, $65, I believe, for the lunch, and then the dinner. That's a nice chunk of change to be spending if you're going to be there for, a good 6, you know?
I know. I've seen better sandwiches at a gas station, man. Come on.
Well, here's the interesting thing. It appears as though Omar Gonzalez is not even at that tournament yet. That's the craziest thing, right? He's not even there. So this article from Sportsnet in Canada is saying that Gonzalez yet to arrive in Florida for the MLS's back tournament. But obviously, like, he drew a quick response from the league on Tuesday. So it's just crazy, man. And that's supposed to be an example of the in-room dining. But again, I want to go back to like what this really means, right? Unprecedented times. It's uncharted waters. A lot of the people are going through very difficult times, and if that's the type of things that they're gonna have to face, they're gonna have to adjust. That's just the reality. It just caught my attention very much because, again, with all the stuff that's happening and everything else that we've kind of like have been going through as a nation, as a country, I think people like just got to be cautious with, you know, comments like this, right? Wouldn't you guys agree?
I totally agree with you.
For sure, man. For sure. Like I said, I don't know if he's gonna get any consequences due to him sharing this stuff, but you know, who knows? I mean, it sucks. I would piss too. I would piss and probably posting it too, but
yeah, those prices are. I mean, but then I guess it's Disney World. We all know Disneyland is pretty expensive.
Right. Yeah. The tournament begins on July 8th, so it's actually less than 6 days away before the tournament gets underway. So we're gonna see, like, you know, what other pictures of food, among other things, and not only that, but here's the other thing that a lot of people haven't really brought up too much, and I know it's in the back of probably a lot of people's minds, but the fact that Florida has probably the most cases right now. I saw this morning that they broke another record of most cases in a single day. And a lot of the concentration is actually around that Orlando area, of where these cases are being discovered, right? Or people are being tested. So there's a lot of variables. I don't want to get, like, you know, too much into that, because it kind of like defeats the purpose of like getting into this type of conversation. It's a bunch of minutia. There's a bunch of stuff like that we really don't know. and a lot of it, like, you know, the only thing that we're doing is just, you know, swirling rumors, and it's just, you know, that's not our place. But anyway, that being said, guys, moving on, let's talk about other football news. We talked about Raul Jimenez and the potential of him joining Manchester United, because it appears as though the Red Devils are ready to pay the 100 million euro asking price for Raul. Are we going to see him in a Manchester United uniform? What do you think?
I would like to see it. You know, I want to see him play in a team, you know, top class team, and play with the best players in the world, and see if he's up there in that level, because 100 million euros, man, that puts you like right up there with Messi. He's only worth like 110 million now, something like that. So you're only 10 million apart from Messi, and we know what kind of player Messi is. So for him to go into a team like this is really gonna show us where he's at with his skills.
What do you think, Ivan?
Yeah, I mean, that's a pretty big price to pay for Raul. We know he's very talented, but as a Mexican supporter, we all know that we would like to see a los Mexicanos play in one of the top-notch teams in any part of the world. And, well, that team, if they're willing to pay, we would love to see him at least get a chance to get on the field and see what he can do against top-notch skill-level players around the world. Also, when he gets his minutes, let's see if the style of play actually fits him and we don't have the same situation that happened to Chucky Lozano. But I wish the best, and I'm hoping that he gets, you know, his money and he produces goals so everybody can be happy and we can buy our jerseys.
I haven't in the jerseys, man. Hey, so I want to give a couple of more shout outs to some people. Abraham Diaz, also playing in the tournament. Vere, she's going to be joining us just a little later right now. Leo Hernandez is saying this: according to a reliable source, that $60 sandwiches contains large quantities of protein and vitamins. Oscar Cruz dice, saludo, canijos.
Dile a Leo que no manche. Dile que my favorite deli in town has like triple the amount of protein of that sandwich.
Leo. Hey, Leo, just trying to support the cause. Good one, Leo.
So he says. But anyway, so going back to Raul, fellas, I think Raul, you know, is the best Mexican soccer player right now by far. But as far as 100 million euros, that's an insane amount of money. And I'm just concerned that he's not going to be able to live up to that hype.
Yeah, it's going to add pressure. And then we have to think, too, maybe they're just saying that team is offering that so somebody else can enter the bidding competition, because maybe they're not actually offering the 100 million. So you hit the name of the college, Joe, it's going to come with a lot of pressure.
¿Quién es ese perro?
No,
Se está quejando el perro de...
No soy yo, güey, Que sea bien claro. Yo no ladré. This time it wasn't me.
Deja de ladrar, súper.
No me digan perro tampoco. No sean culeros, güey. Tranquilos. Ya empezamos con los insultos. No. The actual Los Wolves is actually the one that said that if you want it, he's worth 100 million. So it's not Manchester United trying to offer that. It's just what his price was set at.
Right.
Any team wants him, they got to pay that.
Yeah, that's why it's called, you know, the asking price, right? Saludos al Edwin. Edwin dice Raul Jimenez better than Chicharito any day.
Oh. All day, every day, 24/7.
Why we gotta start with Chicharito? Why we gotta start? That's the thing. You compare like oranges to apples. You cannot do that. You gotta let it go, man. Luego salen los malinchistas a tirar piedrazos and.
No, es que Chicharito's tronco. He still hasn't scored for Galaxy.
Yeah, dude, but why would you bring Chicharito into this? He's not even in Europe anymore. Let the dude alone.
That's why, because he's not in Europe.
That's what I'm saying. Why don't you compare him? Why don't we compare Raul to other players that are worth the same amount? That's why I said Messi. If you are worth 100 million, that means that you are close to the level of Messi. And is that what actually it is? Is Raul really as good as Messi? Can we put him in that bracket?
Yikes. I don't know if we can put him in that bracket, but we can still compare him to Chicharito.
Oye, dice Gerardo Fisher, Pulisic was worth 73 millions. Raul is better than Pulisic. And Samara Perez, saludos a Samara. She says, facts. Preach on, Edwin. So Samara also agreeing with Edwin. Así es que, super.
Yeah.
Not a lot of people in your corner, brother. I think that a lot of people.
It's okay. That's what I'm saying. You don't have to. But like I said, now is more of a hate thing. It's more of a only one thing I want to say. Black Lives Matter, man. Let Chicharito. Just let Chicharito.
No, chido.
Why you gotta bring him into? No tiene ni pinche. No tiene vela en este entierro, güey. Why would you bring Chicharito? That dude is gone from Europe. You cannot put him in that bracket anymore. Raul, yeah, he's playing really good, but now is his chance to really show what he can do. If he, goes to Man U and fails, falls on his face, then what are we going to say about him? It was all a hype. It happened just what happened to Chucky, that they paid this outrageous amount of money for him. Yeah. And then ni siquiera es banca a veces el güey. Come on, man. They have to show us that. Go ahead.
I'm going to tell you why they're comparing him. Because Chicharito set the standard for Mexican players in Europe, I think. So they want Mexican players to do either as good or better than Chicharito. So you should probably take that as a compliment, Just trying to see the...
No, but what do you think? What would you think as a compliment if all they're doing is throwing shame at him? It's not that they're saying, "Oh, he played great. He left a great career over there." No, they just throw, "Oh, he's better. Dude, the dude. We know that. He knows that. Chicharito knows that. Raul knows that. But they're not like They understand that. Why we gotta fucking just throw trash a player that's not even in Europe anymore? I'm just gonna say one thing. Why you gotta kick him while he's down? The dude is done. Chicharito is done. His time is past already. Now is Raul's time. Let's talk about Raul. Forget about Chicharito.
They don't tell that to Galaxy fans, bro.
Oye, saludos a Samara porque she ended up catching one of my typos right now that we see online. Did you guys know that a new social media platform came out? Se llama Twitter.
Saludos, Samara.
Ahí está, ya viste. Ya le pasó lo que al Chicharito. They're kicking him while he's down.
I know. Oye, that's the second person that throws us under the bus.
That's true, I know.
Everybody's throwing all the Mexicans under the bus. Ahorita, the only thing we got to do now is just back up the truck. Bueno, chavos, we're gonna take a little commercial break. Iván, ya se te acabó tu tiempo. Vamos a traer a Bere Álvarez. We're gonna go take a little short commercial break, and we'll be right back, all right? I'm going to play the little musiquita para que... Ahí está. All right? So, don't go anywhere, fellas. We will be right back after this little commercial break. Hey guys, welcome back. We're still working on trying to get Bede back on here on the show. Ivan, super. I'm going to let you guys talk for a second until I fix all this technical shenanigans. So let's go back and continue talking about Raul Jimenez, porque somebody was telling me this about Raul Jimenez. They say that when it's all said and done, Raul Jimenez is going to go down as the best Mexican soccer player ever.
Oof.
Do you guys agree with that?
No manches.
Wow.
Well, you can I don't know, he's getting older too. It's not like he's 22, 24 years old. And let's remember who the best Mexican player of all times is, Hugo Sanchez. To match what Hugo Sanchez did, it's almost impossible at this rate for him. I mean, I cannot see Raul Jimenez getting 5 like scorer titles in the whatever the rest of the time that he has in Europe. I don't know what you think, Ivan, but that's my opinion.
Yeah, it's going to be tough. For one, he has to do something with the Mexican national team. We can say Rafa Marquez has been a better player. I know they play different positions, but Rafa made 5 appearances in 5 different World Cups. And I think the only way that Raul Jimenez will make more of an impact is if he actually wins a World Cup with Mexico. Because like you said, he's not getting any younger. He's not scoring many goals when he plays with the Mexican national team. So the only way he's going to do is, even if he scores a lot of goals and makes appearances, he's going to be distinguished if he can actually, maybe even if he makes it past the 5th game in the World Cup. But he has to make more of an impact in the Mexican national team aside from Europe to be the best Mexican player ever.
I know, and like I said, I mean, we're kind of like focusing on Europe now, and if we say that, you know, if you're gonna be the best player, call the best player in Mexican player in Europe, you know, you have to pass Hugo Sanchez, and he doesn't have enough time to do that because, first of all, once he makes the move, he has to get a spot in the starting 11. First of all, he has to start right there. We know he has the talent. We know he can do it. Will he do it?
Yeah, that's gonna be tough because we still have Messi lurking around, and he doesn't seem to be slowing down too much. And like you said, he has to win scoring titles. It starts in Europe, and they have to progress into the Mexican national team because that's a knock that he gets often, where he's doing good with Wolves, but then he comes to the Mexican national team and he doesn't produce the same as he does over there. Why? Maybe it's a style, maybe it's the position he's playing, whatever the situation is. But like you said, it's going to start in Europe and it has to transcend into the Mexican national team as well.
And another thing is we've seen with other Mexican players is that when they are playing in a lower ranked team, they do great. You know, they're the superstar of the team. PSV, you know, all the Mexican players that they play in PSV, they're champions, and the players that play in Stuttgart, they were champions. The players, you know, even Chicharito was a champion without playing much. And El Chucky, those ways, they were stars in lower ranked teams. But once they went to a bigger ranked team, they were a bunch of people, just uno más del montón. That's what I say. So will Raul have what it takes to become a solid, you know, starting 11 player, or are we just hyping it because he's killing it in a lower ranked team? Right. Let's remember that he already played for Atletico de Madrid and nothing happened.
I agree. Nothing happened. But hey, if he gets a chance, we got to cheer him on. Hopefully he does, and hopefully he produces.
All right, Ivan. Well, again, thank you very much for tuning in and joining us today. It looks like Bede is ready to join us. So, we're just got to fix her headroom, have her give us a little bit less headroom, porque ahorita she's getting cut off a little bit. But anyway, Iván, ya estufas. Ya hablamos contigo después, chavo. Cuídate, and then, you know, we're going to bring in Bede, all right? Take care, dude.
All right. See you guys.
All right, dude. So now let's bring Bede back into the mix. There she is. Bede, acomoda tu headroom a little bit. You're getting cut off. No, the other way. There you
Arriba?
go. Ahí estás.
Ahí estamos ya.
On the fly, man. On the fly. There you go. Multitasking del pinche Joe aquí.
Oye,
DJ Joe.
Y ahorita tú desapareciste, canijo.
Where you make me go away, man? I know you were the magician, but I didn't know you were gonna do that to me, man.
Desapareció. Joe, ni siquiera te pusiste tu magician hat.
I know.
Es que me tiene miedo el super porque le vengo con todo. Así que salió corriendo.
Ahorita acomodamos al
¿Qué
super
pasa
mojadón.
con ese producer?
Es que es lo que pasa cuando no tienes a valedores que aquí que te ayuden con esto y con lo otro, bla, bla. It's all right, super. We'll get you fixed. Better, so, ¿cómo estás? Did you hear all the talks that we had, or what's up?
I did. There was a lot of Chicharito and Raul Jimenez, and that topic kind of just gets everybody heated in some way or another. Because Raul Jimenez, I think it's the best Mexican player that we have right now. But Chicharito, yo creo que lo inflaron un poco porque viene de la cantera de Chivas, jugó con Chivas. Y yo siendo chivista, I admit it. I think he was a little bit pumped. And when he got to play competitive football, it didn't really turn out to be what we expected. So I see El Super being there a little contradictive, but always defending.
Es que ahorita está calladito.
Wait
Ahorita está calladito porque la cámara no lo deja voltear. Anda distraído con la cámara.
How can you say contradictive? I've always stand my ground.
Nah, you go back and forth sometimes with El Super.
Ya dijeron.
How?
Somebody's calling you out, Super Mojado. The truth comes out que eres un dos caras, por eso tienes la máscara.
No, but that's what I'm saying. Better tell me how am I contradictive?
Because you support Chicharito, but when they state the facts sometimes, you're just like, oh, you know what? That's true. I just probably didn't see it in that aspect. So
damn, Super.
No, listen, Chicharito, he wrote his own story. He left his mark in Europe. He scored a lot of goals, and even though he was a player that was a bench player most of the time, he managed to leave a mark in Europe. So yeah, I'm not saying he was the best skilled guy. I'm not gonna defend the undefendable, but he left a mark, and he left a mark in the national team. So now we're talking about Raul Jimenez. Yeah, he's killing it right now, but until he makes a difference or he leaves his own mark, then we can talk about him right now. Right now is not the time because he just is rumors. Yeah, he's gonna go to this team. He's gonna go to that team. But once he gets there, will he have what it takes? Or is uno más del montón?
What do you think about
that? Makes some sense on your part, but I have to agree with Edwin. Raul Jimenez over Chicharito all the time. But let's not get too much into that, Joe, because Chicharito and Raul Jimenez, it's like we're never gonna agree on either one. So.
No, claro, but es que no hay nada que. There's nothing to agree
Super,
upon.
hold on.
Because
I'm gonna direct a little bit for you. Do me a favor. Give me more headroom, no? Porque ahorita ya I'm directing on the fly and I'm like doing all that. There you go. Ahí estás.
No, lo que yo decía es, no podemos comparar a dos jugadores así. We cannot compare two players like that. Like Chicharito and Raúl Jiménez are two completely different players. Chicharito es un cazagol rematador de área nada más. Raúl Jiménez has a lot of skills. He can play with the ball with his feet, and he can dribble. He can he can assist. So Es un jugador más completo, yes. But what I'm trying to say is it's a little bit unfair to compare those two players when they're completely opposite players. You know, Chicharito just had what he had. He had a good luck on el área. Tenía velocidad a lot. He was very fast. And, you know, that's why he managed to get what he got in Europe. So it wasn't much, yeah.
Oye,
but it left a mark.
Dice Edwin, what mark in Europe? One league title with Manchester United. That was the mark. This is why Chicharito is overrated because of bandwagon fans like Super. Gerardo Fisher dice, no los compares, disfrútalos. I agree with that. Saludos también a Pedro Ordaz Quesada. Saludos de México. ¿Qué onda, Pedro Ordaz Quesada?
Hola, Pedro.
Saludos. So, but if they were in the same position, that's why you cannot compare them. That's why you can't compare them. Anyway, look, here's the thing. At the end of the day, there's going to be Chicharito fans and there's going to be Raul fans, and nobody's going to win. Or everybody's going to win. I'm a fan of both. You know, regardless if Raul Jimenez plays for America, I don't care. When he plays for the national team, I'm all for it. When he plays for Manchester United, despite of how much I despise Manchester, I hate Manchester United. They're one of the most, like, the teams that I abhor the most. But at the end of the day, El Raul Jimenez, being a Mexicano, is playing chingon. Trust me, dude. I'm going to root for him any day of the week. And I think that's what we're going to wrap up that Jimenez topic, because we're going to talk about another Mexicano. Y se llama El Piojo Herrera. It looks as though he could be another Mexicano that could potentially make some noise going over to Europe. So the rumors are that he could potentially join Andrés Guardado and Diego Lainez. Well, he could join Andrés Guardado and Diego Lainez en la banca. Sorry, dude.
No seas culero, güey. ¿Ya viste? Luego de Maliche, otra Maliche.
Hold on.
Igual que Edwin.
No. But look, let's not kid ourselves, dude. Diego Lainez se está echando a perder over there, dude. Like right now, he's not getting the PT that he should be getting. If he was playing in Liga MX, he would be a starter every single weekend, dude. And we talked about this thing, you know, playing competitive football in Liga MX. And I know that Edwin is watching right now, and Edwin's probably saying like, oh, but playing in Liga MX versus being in La Banca in Europe. Remember that Edwin always says that playing in La Banca in Europe is better? Remember that?
That's how, like, how much can you really listen to a guy that says that being in the bench in Europe is better than it? Come on, man. Oh, my God. You can have Edwin, just listen, man. Go play basketball or something else, because I don't know what you're talking about.
I think Edwin's perspective... I'm sorry. I think Edwin's perspective, creo que el perspectivo de Edwin es que si está en Europa, aunque está en la banca, algún día va a jugar y se tiene que ganar el lugar. Pero obviamente prefiero que un jugador mexicano juegue, aunque en vez de que se quede en la banca, ¿no?
Yeah. So here's the other.
Everybody has their.
Yeah, and that's where like I disagree with a player in la banca versus like in Liga MX. Somara said right now a la MLS se van a ir. O se va a ir. So imagine Diego Lainez at MLS. So would that be like also like another step backwards? Si Lainez se viene para la MLS? Like what would happen with that? I think that would be a little counterproductive, no?
Well, he's really young, so for him, I would say be patient. Mm-hmm. Go to a different team, and try again. You know, try maybe make, like, in my opinion, I think it would have been a little bit better if he went to Ajax. That team is more of a young player team, mm-hmm. and they have a great academy. So I think that would have been better for him. But I think that ship has sailed. He needs to go to a different team where he gets the playing time that he needs. Once he's on the pitch, that's where he's gonna, like, you know, recuperate all that time lost. Because right now, La Banca, man, you know, I would rather come to the MLS if I'm continuing in La Banca.
Yeah, La Banca no le está, you know, it's not doing good for Oi?
I don't think he'll go to MLS anytime soon.
Why?
But if he does, then it'll be taking a step back. I mean, he's still a young player. I think he has a lot of talent and a lot to show. So we're just gonna have to wait and see how he starts coming in on for the next season of La Liga. I think eventually a lot of players, including not only just Mexican players, but players of big names will come to MLS. But I hope that's not the case with Diego Lainez. I hope that's not the case with any of the other youngsters that we have in Europe.
Yeah.
Because they're in Europe for a reason. They
Right.
have scouts in Mexico that come over and see them, and they're like, hey, I feel like this guy has a lot of potential. So let's go ahead and let them give them the time. But as a Mexican, you always, 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 and even Chucky Lozano mentioned this once, you have to make that extra effort. You gotta put in that extra work, because if you're Mexican and you're with the Brazilian and the Brazilian's good, you're gonna have to compete against him to earn that spot. So I hope that's not the case for Diego Lainez, at least not yet. I want to see more of him in Europe. Want to see a lot of him more with Real Betis, just like the great job that he did with America.
Yeah.
So ojalá y todo le siga saliendo bien al muchacho.
No, I know. I mean, that's very well said, Bere. I think at the end of the day, it's all about growth.
Hey, well, let's let's just let's just hope that El Piojo really goes to to Betis, because then he's gonna get a lot of playing time.
Exactly.
Man.
I think, and you're right, Super. Look, at the end of the day, so this topic was meant to be, for us to talk about El Piojo Herrera moving over to be the coach there, and the coaching has a lot to do with it. Look at what happened with Chucky. Chucky's an exceptional player. He's one of like the top Mexican players. But because he does not get along with the coach, or he doesn't fit in his plans, or whatever, he's not playing, and he's playing like, for scraps basically. So yes, absolutely, yeah. I would be all in for a move for El Piojo to Betis if that means that, he's gonna give these guys obviously playing time. But results obviously have a lot to do with it as well. And remember, the pressure over there is just as bad as Mexico, and maybe even worse. It depends, right? But anyway, I think El Piojo is probably one of the guys that does have what it takes to to be able to make it out there in Europe, like El Vasco.
For sure, and then he has the that's in his bucket list. He's always been like open how he would love to play in Europe. I mean, I'm sorry, to coach in Europe. And for sure, I mean, I think he is one of the most consistent coaches. Su trayectoria es sólida en La Liga MX. So it would be great to see him move and go to Europe and give it a shot. Just like El Vasco, because I think that he can definitely at least match what El Vasco did, or even surpass him.
Yeah. No. Absolutely. Guys, I think we're running out of time. Ya son las 10, and I think people are going to kick us out. I want to give a couple of quick shout outs to some more people that were tuning in. Saludos a Noel García. He just tuned in right now a little while ago. Y saludos otra vez de nuevo a toda la banda. Gerardo Fisher says, I think he would end up in America before going to the MLS. That's also a very good point. I think that he probably would.
I
think he would.
I don't know, man.
Why would you want to go to the MLS and not go back to America, dude?
Yeah.
America is a much more important club than any club in MLS, dude. And it pains me. But it pains me to say it. It pains me. But there's not a team that is bigger in MLS than El America, dude. Come on, dude.
But I don't see him going back, though. That's the thing.
What?
But that doesn't mean
I don't see him going back to.
You guys are stepping over each other. Better go ahead.
I'm sorry.
What did you say?
So MLS it's growing. It's a growing league, but I mean, compared to what America is, what America offers, what it is worldwide, I don't think MLS can compare to, unfortunately. And lo estoy diciendo como chivista, me duele, pero es la verdad, y we have to acknowledge that.
Yeah, well, and right now, Noel Garcia said Diego's going to end up in MLS, more money in the league. Saludos al Philip Ortiz. Philip says that Chivas and America, Chivas and America are by far, dude, the two most important things in Liga MX. Monterrey has a lot of money. Tigres has money, right? They have deep pockets. But at the end of the day, the fan base is what matters the most sometimes. And America has fans through the wazoo here in the U.S. Chivas, ni se diga. Chivas has a ton of fans here in the U.S. as well. And in most cases, probably the most of the MLS teams. That's the reality, you know? So, again, I think that the significance of that just, just weighs a lot. So, anyway, guys, se nos acabó el tiempo. Gracias a Bere, gracias al Super. Thank you, Ivan. I think that's all the time that we have. Ahora sí. So, wow. Se nos fue la luz. Bere. Mira, hasta la Bere ya se fue también. Súper mojado.
Se va.
Ahí nos vemos al ratillo. Cuídense todos. Make sure you guys stay safe. I gotta kick myself out of here so that way we can quit it and call it a quits. Adiós. Buenas noches a todos.